From Analyse Asia, I'm Leong. You are listening to 15 Minutes, a new podcast series where every startup gets 15 minutes of fame.
Hello, I'm Justin Rotman, and I'll be co-hosting this beta season of 15 Minutes with Bernard. And we are really excited about the startups we have lined up for you this season. We are here to give startups a megaphone to pitch their companies. In this first season, we have 5 startups from JFDI, the first and best accelerator in Southeast Asia.
In every episode, we give them 15 minutes, with the first 1.5 minutes where they give an elevator pitch, and the rest of the time, we'll ask them questions to guide them and to help them to think about their businesses.
I'm here with Tom and Marigold from Bakipa, and they're going to tell us a bit about their business and why you should download the app.
I'm Marigold, co-founder of Bakipa. Bakipa stands for Babies, Kids, Parents, and it's a marketplace dedicated to parents where they can buy and sell new and used children's items.
Okay, so you know the rules. 1.5 minutes, go.
Bakipa is a marketplace just for parents, which means it's the easiest place for parents to find all their children's products and to reach other parents if they want to sell their children's products. There are new and used items on our app. It's easy for parents to browse through child-related categories and subcategories. For sellers of children's products, you can set up a shop on our app and easily reach your target market of parents. You can sell pre-loved items such as your stroller or your baby bouncer that you've finished with already and get some money back to save to purchase other things for your children. You can also sell retail product on our marketplace. So retail stores or distributors can set up a shop and reach their target market in a cost and time efficient way.
So how much are you raising?
We're seeking to raise $500,000 as a seed round, and we're hoping to do that in the next 3 months.
Wow, you have a below 1 minute pitch. So tell me, what's the business model?
So our business model is actually a marketplace business model. We've started with a C2C marketplace, so we're allowing parents to buy and sell with each other. And then over time, we're evolving and increasing our B2C model. So basically, retailers are selling to parents. We've actually built already 60 retailers on the platform. They've come to us themselves. And over time, we plan on expanding that offering.
And how have you been going about acquiring customers through social media or direct to reaching out to people organically? What have you been doing?
It started very organically. We're parents. We have a 1-year-old daughter. So we are in a number of the parenting networks in Singapore. That's where we started, and that's where we built a really strong user base at the beginning. We then added paid marketing, and we found our most effective channel to be Facebook ads. So we run ads for downloads of our app and also to like our page to build our community.
So you guys are from JFDI. So tell me, what's the one thing you do that does not scale?
I think the one thing that we do currently that doesn't scale is we are putting out listings on other platforms, or we're looking for listings on other platforms. And this has been a way that we got the marketplace off the ground, kind of a growth hack. It's definitely not something that we'll be doing or something that we'll be looking to scale.
So where are the countries that you're going to expand your service to?
So we're basically going to prove out the business model and build the business model in Singapore. We then, in phase 2, have identified 4 key markets. We think in cities, not countries. So the cities in Australia are Sydney and Melbourne, both very high value markets. Then Kuala Lumpur, and then Hong Kong. All of these markets have similar dynamics to Singapore and very high spend and high internet penetration.
So how will Bakipa make money 2-3 years down the road and right now? Is it through the B2B having sellers list on the site or individuals trying to sell their used goods?
So it'll be a combination of channels. Our first channel that we're targeting actually is advertising, because we've got a fantastic user base of parents now, and a lot of retailers want to access these parents, and we want to offer them useful products and services too. So that will be our initial focus. Then we will bring in the B2C channel and be charging a commission on sales for retailers. And in the future, we may introduce a premium listing offering for individuals too.
So for Bakipa, so how do the customers able to make transactions through your portal?
At the moment, customers are linking via a chat we provide to agree transaction details. So that's the primary way that people are transacting. There is also a buy now button, which makes for an immediate transaction. In the future, we'll actually be adding a website next month. And obviously, as we evolve the B2C side of our business, then we'll be adding a more e-commerce style transaction channel, shopping basket, checkout, payments.
And what are you finding are the most high volume selling items on the platform?
The key categories we're seeing that are selling the most are bundles of kids' clothing, because kids tend to wear like a piece of clothing maybe 2 or 3 times and then they've grown out of it. So parents bundle together, say 10 or 20 pieces of clothing for a 1-year-old boy or 1-year-old girl, and they sell those at a really great price. Strollers are another fantastic selling item. Again, often parents own 2 or 3 strollers. They might have a lightweight one, a standard one, a double one. And so often they're not heavily used, and you can pick them up at fantastic prices in the second-hand market. There's some examples. Yeah.
So who are your competitors?
Because we're a mix of B2C and C2C, there's a few, but no one's doing exactly the same thing as us. In the C2C space, there's Carousel, Gumtree, eBay, although they're not strong here. On the B2C side, there's retailers like Mothercare, Mother's Works, and online retailers. But no one's doing exactly the same thing as us, mixing the two.
So what if they do the same?
I think probably where we see our key advantage is our focus on the niche. So again, the general marketplaces could mix, and in fact eBay, did mix both C2C and B2C. But really, where our key advantage is going to be is by our focus on this segment, and really delivering both value to our buyers or our parents through content as well as great deals, and then to our sellers through providing them a super targeted audience to reach that outperforms essentially other marketing channels they may use.
So how many people are there on your team, and what makes you think you can pull this off?
We've got a team of champions. There's 4 people in the management team. There's myself, Tom. We've got a fantastic CTO, Kwok, who's worked in over 30 countries and focused on expansion throughout Asia. And we have a marketing officer who is a mum who really understands our market and is really passionate about marketing. And we currently have 2 fantastic interns who are absolute rock stars, and they are working so hard for us because they love it so much. So we feel very lucky to have a fantastic team driving this. I have experience in building teams and businesses. I have background in investment banking and early stage business. And Tom?
I have a background in finance, as well as a background angel investing in 4 or 5 startups in Singapore, and being quite heavily involved with 2 of them. So also on our team, we've got some fantastic advisors. Most recently, we're quite excited about bringing on someone from one of the big regional marketplaces who has already provided huge insight for us. Hopefully, if we can raise funding, we can bring her on in a COO capacity.
Another question for you. You mentioned your backgrounds in finance, investing, IB banking. Why the switch to startups and technology? What was the last kind of factor that made you switch over from the horrid world of finance?
I think for me is I've always had a strong entrepreneurial streak, starting at school, where I tried a palm tree growing business, through to picking up golf balls, through to more recently the angel investments that I've been making. So I think there's always been a strong desire to be an entrepreneur. And then I think, when we finally really spotted what we believe is a gap in the market last year after we had our daughter, that really gave us the confidence to jump out of the corporate world and into what we believe is a huge opportunity.
So what is the one thing that in Bakipa that we do not know about that you want our audience to know?
I think one of the things that we haven't really been able to put in front of people as much as we would like to, and we will in the future, is that there are a huge range of great services that are listed on Bakipa. So obviously we have the C2C marketplace with lots of fantastic deals on products, but also we have a large number of services targeted to parents listed on Bakipa that that add a huge amount of value for parents.
Can I add one other thing?
Yeah.
I know you said one, but a lot of parents think that you can't buy pre-loved for your first baby, but there's actually 50% of products that are pre-loved on our app are actually in new condition. So parents are saving up to 70 to 90% on pre-loved stuff, even though it's in new condition.
So help my audience, how do they find you?
The first port of call is probably our website, www.bakipa.com, Bakipa. You can also find us on the App Store. Just search Bakipa on either iOS, iTunes or Google Play for Android. And then we also have a fantastic Facebook page where there's interesting content, updates on Bakipa and fantastic products and deals available. And that's Bakipa Singapore on Facebook.
So thank you very much on the show and we wish you all the best. Our show is co-produced by Justin and I, signing off.